Drag Queen of the Week. I am here today with Divina de Campo. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Not too shabby at all. Now, for the people out there who don't know who you are, where can you be found in and around the village?
Well, I am a little bit of a whore in that I'm working at Kiki on a Friday and a Sunday as well. I'm doing a show on a Sunday. And then after my show in Kiki, I go down to AXM and do a completely different show.
Ah, very nice.
Sunday.
Fantastic stuff. So, going back to the earliest memories you have of drag, what or who were they?
Well, I was thinking about this, and probably the earliest memory of watching somebody in drag was actually Lily Savage. Sitting in the kitchen on a stool watching Lily Savage talking about people's balls bouncing around on their chin.
What age was this?
I think I was about 11, and then my mum came in and was watching it and was like,
This is
very
inappropriate.
tight-lipped.
Yeah, like, I can't believe you're tuning into this. Dear me. So did that set the precedent for the rest of your drag life then?
Well, possibly. Probably the rest of my life generally, actually.
Well, it's a good start, I'd say. But who else, sort of, as you've sort of come into drag, have been a big influence on you?
A lot of people, well, it's just watching other people, isn't it? It's just going and seeing what they do and thinking about what they do, and then is there any way that you can take any of what they've done, you know, and use it as part of your own...
We're going by osmosis, just sort of absorbing everything you see.
Exactly. And just looking around at what other people are doing without trying to just copy what they're doing.
I suppose that's a tricky thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's looking at what is it that makes their act work for them, and would it work for me? And if it would, then try and utilise it some way. Otherwise, just leave it, because otherwise you're just copying, aren't you? Which I'm not into.
No, we don't like copycats. We don't like. So how did you first break into the drag scene then?
It was actually my hubby, Paul Yarwood, who is responsible. He said, because I'd been to uni and done drama and dance, and I was working as a dance animateur in North Wales.
Can't imagine there being much of a drag scene in North Wales.
No, not really. And he'd said he thought that I'd be really good at it, and so that's how I started. Really, he asked me if I would do some.
Yeah, give it a go.
So I did. I mean, I'd done bits of it at university, doing the kind of gender performativity stuff. You know, the more kind of theoretical side of things, and all the butcher and all of that, blah blah blah, whatever. And then I'd done a couple of performances in drag at university as well. So it wasn't something that I hadn't ever done, but it was...
So this would be the first time it was drag for drag's sake?
Yeah, exactly. So there wasn't like a mark or a project or anything. It was I was just going to do it.
When you came to doing it that first time, what was the end result like?
Horrific. Absolutely horrific. I can hand on my heart say it was just appallingly bad. Train wreck. Complete and utter train wreck.
So a learning experience, we'll say?
No, not even a learning experience, because I thought I looked okay, and then when I saw the pictures was like, oh my god, what the hell do I look like? I look like some kind of a bit like a superhero gone wrong. Really,
oh dear.
It was really tragic, really bad.
So what have you worked on over the years then to perfect the look you have now?
Well, I was really lucky to work out in Ibiza for a couple of seasons with a drag queen called Uma God.
Great name.
She's fabulous as well. She's absolutely bonkers. But she's super skilled with makeup, really, really good. And so I'd done 2 years with just this horrific face, and then went out to Ibiza, and just watching her put her face on really kind of showed me, oh, hold on a minute, that's what blending is. Wait a minute.
So would you say she was your drag mother?
I would say that she's the mother of my face. Probably not my drag mother.
Fair enough.
She's a lot more crazy than I am. But yeah, she was a really helpful A really helpful queen. She's great.
Steered you in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely.
Without steering me, it was just, she let me look at how she put her face on. And like I was saying about, you take things from what other people do.
Yeah.
I looked at what she was doing with her face and thought, okay, her face isn't my face, but what is there that I can take from what she does, to help with mine. So she was really helpful, yeah.
How much has your look changed then? I mean, is there is it definitely like the same look but improved, or has it changed a great deal?
Oh no, it's changed massively. When I first started out, I was because I'd done all the kind of reading with the gender performativity stuff. I was looking at kind of the accentuation of what it is to be a female, what it is that society says a woman should look like and all of that stuff. So I had these enormously high eyebrows, huge lips, massive amounts of blusher. It was really awful, really
properly
awful.
OTT.
Yeah, oh God, terrible, really terrible. And I thought it was really, out there, and no, it was just awful, just awful. But the pictures are out there for anybody to see if they want to. I'm quite happy for people to see, the progression. I'm quite happy with that.
I see. Are you happy with the look at the moment, or do you want to change? Do you often play around with it?
Yeah, I play around with my makeup quite a lot. If I'm doing a show, I generally do the same sort of face because you have to have a kind of what I call a basic face because you're doing different characters through an evening. Yeah,
so you have like your identity that you then put other things on.
Exactly. Whereas if I'm doing like hosting or door whoring or anything like that, then you've kind of got free reign to do whatever you fancy. So yeah, it can be totally normal to be like completely bonkers, whatever.
In the next sort of few months, where can people go to find you? Are you staying where you are at the moment? Or are you moving around doing anything new?
Well, hopefully I'm staying where I am, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll be at Kiki and AXM, and of course the Village People Weekend's coming up as well, and I'm hosting on the stage for that.
Very nice. I'll be quite excited about that.
Yeah, I'm quite excited about that.
You get to touch them and everything. Oh, it's you.
No, they'll probably get rid of me for that bit. Get somebody else much more important to do that. And I'll probably be, inviting people to use the toilets or something at that stage.
Over here we have the latrine. Nice. So what's your opinion of the drag scene in Manchester currently?
The drag scene at the minute, I think, is actually really good. You've got a really great mix of different characters and different expressions of drag going on. So you've got the stuff at Cha Cha Boudoir, and then you've got the old school, and then you've got the kind of new school mixed with the old school, and then
it's quite a diverse sort of colour palette of drag at the moment. It's quite exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
So where would you put yourself in the spectrum of drag? Are you more? Do you aim to go more alternative stuff, or do you enjoy the cabaret side of it?
Well, that's the thing, is that I try, because my degree is in contemporary arts, so I do a little bit of kind of everything. I really love the cabaret side of stuff. Yeah. I really enjoy that.
Everyone loves a show tune. Yeah,
and I kind of think that really my job is to make people laugh and have a good time. That's what my job is. But I have just made a film with an artist from Leeds, Jamie Fletcher, which is just in the process of being edited, and that's a contemporary piece. It's kind of dance film-ish thing. Okay. I mean, you can't really just put it in a little dance film box, because there's there's acting and music and spoken word and stuff like that. So it's so kind of mixed. Yeah. So is this for a project for anything specific, or is it going to be like general release? Yeah, it's a specific project that he's been working on. It's the Dancing Bear trilogy, and my part in it is the second part of the trilogy. Okay. And like I said, he's just in the process of editing it all together. So I'm quite excited to see the results of your labour. Excited and quite a bit nervous as well.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be grand. What's obviously being abroad with a drag scene over there? What's the major difference, do you think, between the two scenes?
I think it depends where you're working. I was working predominantly in hotels, So then it's predominantly for straight people who've never seen drag. So
Okay.
you can do all the old stuff, and they don't go, this is the same old
Yeah.
whatever that, you know, that we've all seen before. So, you know, we were doing like boobs and then things with Marilyn Monroe and all of that stuff. Whereas I think if you're doing things here, specifically if you're working in gay venues, it has to be more current, it has to be more of the time. You can't do just the old stuff. There's still a place for that. There is still a place for that, and you know, because it's funny and it's good. But you also have to mix in things which are going on now, because a gay audience is much more discerning, I think, in terms of what they want to see.
People will vote with their feet, I think is the phrase.
Yeah.
They just won't hang around, will they? And to finish up with, if you were to become a drag mother to someone, or a drag auntie, what would be the first bit of advice, the most important bit of advice you'd give them?
My advice to somebody starting out is listen to everybody and ignore everybody at the same time.
Nice.
Because you have to find your own way. So you can listen to everybody's advice, and everybody will, you know, go, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And it really is up to you to decide what it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to have huge, enormous, square eyebrows, then you go for it. You try that. And then after those 2 years, when you realise you look like an idiot and you change your makeup, perfect.
Marvellous. Learn from your mistakes, you can
exactly.
say.
Hopefully I have.
Marvellous. Well, thank you very much indeed for coming down today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Drag Queen of the Week.